All praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS. And salutation to you all around the world. This teacher to put your last on the line for and shalom to you, series Aqua. Let's learn from the videos. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bangad, which Chicago branch of Great Millstone. Like to make a disclaimer that we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. They're Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the speckled birds that scattered abroad. Speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their fathers' paternal bloodline go back to the 12 patriarchs of Israel. All right, so right here, man, you have these scholars, and you have representatives from various indigenous tribes, and all here they talking about the enslavement of the Northern Kingdom, the indigenous people of Americas, man. All right, it's all called Indian slavery and unspoken history. Okay, and it says this program turns to examination of Indian slavery under the title Enslaving America's origin, impacts, and implications. The focus of this panel discusses new perspectives on the institution of Indian slavery in the Americas and the relationship to African slavery. Right, the slavery of the Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom. Right. All right. Nobody's Indian or African, man. Those names Esau put on us, Israelites. Talking so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It said, as well as the modern ramification of Indian slavery for Native American scholars from Brown University, Rhode Island College, Roger Williams University, explore this topic. All right, so you got these scholars, man. They bring out this information, man. And this is how you know who the children of Israel are, man. If you line up secular history with the scriptures, man. All right. It says Deuteronomy 28:45, 46. And moreover, all the curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments, and his statute we command thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for one upon thy seed forever. All right, so that's how you tell who the Israelites are, man. You look at the curses in Deuteronomy 28. And the curses fit the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also the speckled birds, man. All right. Now I'm just reading this because a lot of people, oh, we just a cursed people. All right. Now the curses come off us and going to Esau. All right. Deuteronomy 30:7. Yahweh thy power will put all the curses upon thy enemies, on them they hate thee with persecuting. Who hated us? Esau, the so-called white man. That's why his his queendom is coming to the end, man. All right. That's why it's crumble. It's coming crumble everything, man. It said, thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgression Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. His anger till perpetually kept his wrath ever. Right. His sword is what? The actual sword, his guns, his military, his police force, chemical warfare, psychological warfare. All right. The medical industry, what they doing right now with the Rona. All right. So let's get back in here. All right. Now you got all these scholars and these representatives from the indigenous tribes in America. All right. So see, I hate when that happened, man. Number Satan. It was something silly. It'll pop right back up. All right.
Picture in Africa of Angola.
All right. So right here, she's gonna talk about the indigenous people, how they was taken to Angola. All right. Now watch what she say. All right. And this proves that the indigenous people in America are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right. Also the so-called Negroes, man. All right, they are the Israelites the Bible speaks of, man. All right, Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 33, man. All right, where they're talking about they shall press the Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom together, man. All right, nobody else fit these scriptures, man. All right, and this again, this proved that the indigenous people are the Israelites the Bible speaks of, man. Regardless of what you scoffers say, man. If they wasn't Israelites, why are they cursed? Why are these curses come upon these people if they had nothing to do with the with the covenant the covenant that was given to Israel and Exodus 19, Exodus 20. And then you go to Psalms 147, verse 19. These laws, statutes, and commandments was given to who? Jacob. If they wasn't Jacob, if they wasn't Yasharallah, they won't be going through these curses, which proved that 2 Ezra 13:39 to 48 is true that the majority of the Northern Kingdom came over here, and that the so-called Native American Latinos are the paternal descendants of these Israelites that came from the Northern Kingdom. So there's no getting around this, man. All right, let's play what she say. And she talking about, and is she talking about Asher, the indigenous people of Brazil? Watch what she say.
City of Luanda, and at the same time that the Dutch are holding this tip of Brazil as part of their empire, they're also briefly in charge of or colonizing the Angola kingdom. They never get quite to colonize the Congo kingdom, but the Angola kingdom in Luanda. This is the oldest fort, one of the oldest forts on the coast of Africa. It's San Miguel de Luanda, built in 1576. And the interesting thing is that when the Dutch, built by the Portuguese, when the Dutch take Luanda briefly in the 1640s, they bring over Tupi Namba masons, stone masons, sailors on the boats. And some of those Tupinamba escape altogether. They melt into the kingdoms, or within the kingdoms of Congo and Ndongo. So one interesting research question for me is sort of like the disappeared Taino. Where did these people go? And what would thinking about them teach us about slavery and
relationship? Yeah, Asher. They brought Asher. Asher escaped over there. Over there in Africa, man. So you got Asherites among among the Southern Kingdom and the Hamites in Africa, man. All right, hey, what do Yahweh say, man? What do Yahweh say? Go back here. You know, I know some of you scoffers, you don't like the blue letter Bible. All right. All right. And you see how nice and quiet it is, man, without the brothers chiming in, man. It's a good time, man, to do a video. The brothers won't interfere, chiming all over the place, man. You know, I love my brothers in gym at Chicago, man. Just a joke. All right. But anyway, here go right here is Deuteronomy 28. And it says Deuteronomy 28 and 64. It said, Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from one end of earth, even to the other. There thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor fathers had known, even wood and stones. I'm getting ready to say Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, man. All right. And right here it said Deuteronomy 26. It said Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. All right, talking about captivity. Also talking about America. All right. But like I said, the slave trade, it went both ways. All right. It says, and Yahweh shall scatter thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again, told the whole land of Israel. Entire nation as an entire nation, we shall see the whole land of Israel again. It said, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemy from bondmen and bondwomen, no man shall buy you. All right, so many Most High had given us up to our enemies. We end up on the auction blocks, man. All right. So right here is all right. So we were scattered all over the place. Man, you see what they said? Asherites had blended in with the people of Angola. All right. I'm gonna play this back. All right.
Relations among Africans and Native Americans with respect to slavery, and not just slavery. This is a picture with which I'm sure it depicts things that most people in this region would be familiar with, which is the massacre of the Pequot in 1937 in Connecticut. This is one of the beginnings of a massive deportation of Native American people from New England to the Caribbean. So it then posits another question. Where did these people go? They go to everywhere in the Caribbean. They go to Bahamas, they go to Barbados, they go to Jamaica. So when I was a child, probably like many of you who are at least my age or older, we were always taught the Indians, the Native Americans, are largely disappeared. I have there a quote from Herman Melville, the book that we all had to read in school, Moby Dick, where he says, you know, the name of the boat, the ship is the Pequod, first of all, and we don't even know why it's the Pequod when we're reading it. But he says, you will no doubt remember the Pequod was the name of a celebrated tribe of Massachusetts Indians now extinct as the ancient Medes. So he's writing this in 1851, but these supposedly extinct people, many of them are not just still here in New England, but are also in the Caribbean. And in fact, one of the things that was most astonishing to me in trying to do the research of Black people and Native Americans side by side in this question of slavery is an intra-American slave trade that went on in the Caribbean, a waterborne traffic. They didn't cross the Atlantic, but was going around in the Caribbean, was a very, very large flow of slavery. The estimate now is that over a period of 400 years, more than 2.5 million Native persons, many of them from New England, were in slavery in the Caribbean. This is besides the Taino who lived there. This is another set. And this saltwater trade expelled them all over the Caribbean to Little Bonaire and Curacao, to the many small Lucayas.
All right. So you got Gadites in the among Benjamin, the Caribbean, man. So you know all you scoffers, man, who like to come up against the 12 tribe chart. A lot of you are Nordic Kingdom, are Gadites, man. You're a bunch of rebellious Gadites and Reubenites. All right. Everybody can't be Judah, man. We'll get back to you.
Hispaniola and to Puerto Rico. In fact, one study done by Resendez, which is called The Other Slavery, is that in the period between 1670 and 1720, from the Carolinas, South Carolina in particular, more Indians were exported out of Charleston, South Carolina, than Africans were imported into Charleston, South Carolina.
All right, so right here, man, the mic been dropped. All right, so this proved that the so-called Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, these are scholars, man. These are scholars and people from representatives from the indigenous tribes, man. All right, all right. Hey, there's no getting around this, man. All right, so hey, man, shalom.